Wow, it's an election year. Things are getting a little crazy. Trump, Biden, who knows? Both sides are very polarizing. We don't even know who's going to make it to the finish line. Not just who gets elected, like, will they actually make it to the finish line? Or are they going to replace themselves with someone else along the way? I don't know, but what I am concerned about is how does this affect markets moving forward? Give me a second and I'll be right back to go over it with you. All right, so Trump versus Biden. I spend a lot of time talking to people around the country about their money, in particular the money that they've got set aside for retirement. People that are in or near retirement, certainly they want the highest rate of return that they can get, but they're not willing to take 10% loss, 20, 30, 40. Pick a number. If you're retired or close to it, you want the highest rate of return that you can get on your money. At this point in time, markets are at or near all-time highs, depending on when you're watching our video. But coming up on the election, is a Biden presidency better for markets? Is a Trump presidency better for markets? The reality is nobody knows really for sure. But if you take a look at certain things like spending, so both administrations, whether you're Democrat, whether you're Republican, the reality is administrations spend money to stimulate the economy. We have pumped a tremendous amount into this economy. And when people scratch their heads and wonder, why is the market continuing to do well? What about inflation? What about this? What about that? Moving forward, we got to take a look at, is this the peak? What are my investment options? If I'm retired or close to it, what should I be concerned about? So does the election really affect your investments moving forward? So I'll give you my opinion on a couple different things. My opinion, number one, is, let's say that Biden is reelected. Well, I think that we can count on more spending moving forward. It's just a part of the presidency. It's a part of that administration. So continuing to throw money at problems seems to be what they're going to do. That's potentially good for the market, but we all know that it's not sustainable. That's eventually going to become a problem. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned about a Biden administration moving forward for 4 more years because, again, it's this bubble, and I think it's going to pop. So you need to be protected in your investments. You need to know how to invest. Would you really like to get into markets at this point at all-time highs? Or are you sitting on the sidelines going, I wonder when I should get in or how I should invest? Maybe you're thinking, maybe you're pro-Trump. Maybe you're thinking if Trump gets elected, this is going to be really, really good for the economy. Well, it potentially is. He's more business-minded. He's more interested in keeping the cost of doing business lower, keeping taxes lower, incentivizing businesses to grow, to hire more people. Those people pay taxes, keeping tax rates lower. But he's literally inheriting at this point in time. Again, his administration sort of got this ball rolling, but the past 4 years have not been great when it comes to the debt and when it comes to expenses. So you have to ask yourself, even if Trump is elected and even if you believe that he's better for the economy, well, is he better for the economy short term, or is it going to take him a while to make it happen? So what we believe is short term, which I think is I would hope is most people's mindset right now, particularly if they're retired or close to it. Short term, we've probably got a lot of volatility. Short term, there's a lot to digest when it comes to markets. Will corporations be able to continue to profit and grow those profits over time? Because after all, that's what the stock market cares about. Or short term, is there going to be a pullback? That to me is what active management of portfolios is all about. That to me is what most people should be looking at when they're in retirement or close to it, because you need to understand what all of the investment options are to you moving forward. Most people, not all, but most people are stuck with what I would consider just a kind of a generic, customary portfolio. Somebody told you, hey, you're getting close to retirement. You should be a moderate investor, or you should be getting more conservative moving forward. So let's take a portion of your portfolio and put it in stocks, and let's take a portion of your portfolio and put it in bonds. And now you're diversified and just hang in there. I don't personally believe that the traditional diversified portfolios of the past are going to continue to perform moving forward like maybe they did. You need to understand what your average rate of return is likely to be moving forward. Then ask yourself, how do I put myself in a position to increase returns, reduce risk, and make sure that you can maintain your current standard of living for inflation and taxes moving forward, regardless of where you live in the country, and be successful in retirement. You can do that through active management. You can do that through financial planning, and you can do that by going to guardingyournestegg.com. Thank you for watching. Go to guardingyournestegg.com for your free and objective personal financial plan.